All right, welcome to JCCR Racing, where we are taking on the weekly races as a beginner intermediate racer and going from beginner to winner every week. This week's been good. We got up to in pole position in the C class pretty early on with actually not that fast of a lap, a 2 minute and 2 on Suzuka. And well, a lot of that is due to safe, smart driving. So let's get in. We're testing out now the GTR Nismo. So we're working to find the best cars. And we'll set up the brake balance here. I think brake balance bias to the rear is going to be pretty important, as you've got a lot of trail braking to do on this track. I think I've got a good feeling the GTR is going to be excellent on the track. The BMW is. Well, the GTR has some similarities. Very easy to drive, very controllable. Great with elevated curves. Fantastic dealing with grass. Oh, this is a breeze. A little bit of grass there, no issue. See how it takes this uphill section. Oh, didn't get the power up it the way we would with the 911. Maybe that was just about missing the apex there. So we'll try out a few cars, and if we can't find anything better than the BMW, which is what we got there, 2 minutes and 2 seconds lap, we will jump back into the BMW. But so far the GTR is feeling easier to control. There's no snap oversteer, no snap or snap understeer. GTR, if I recall, does like to be revved out. This feels very fast. Now the 2 minute and 2.6, haven't been able to recreate it, and that was actually first try, lap one with the BMW. So it is BMW is pretty easy to drive, and NSX has been easy. RCZ, nice easy drive through here. Haven't tried the Toyota Supra, but I would think it would be fast. It is an easy car to drive. So still quite a bit off here. See if we load in. Always good to load in the Ghost. Just gonna throw on the live so I can catch the live stream here. All right, so let's try out here. The GTR, well, actually following the Ghost, you go to ranking board, you go to global ranking. Lexus doing a good job here, the RCF. We've got the loaded up Ghost. And if this doesn't work out, well, we'll just throw in the BMW and go with the meta vehicle. Nice and easy, very, very easy to control. Good, really good, quick, fast turn in. GTR not feeling heavy. And it is pretty good at not getting pushed off the track or speared into another stratosphere. Because, well, even in the C League, turns out to be quite often pretty chaotic. Mix of Mario Kart and Twisted Metal. Maybe we could say it's a bit like GTA. Unfortunately, not everyone on the track is a clean, safe racer. And not retaliating and actually being a clean, safe racer has gotten us way ahead, jumped up a lot of positions in many races. Get through there. really good throttling down while the steering wheel is quite a bit turned in. GTR is pretty fantastic. Hard to judge whether the lap is good in the GTR when we've got a time penalty there. Benefit from some manual driving, so we get to use the engine braking there to help also slow down the vehicle with the left foot braking. Can't get anywhere near that BMW time. The BMW is very fast. So back to the BMW. I think that's a pretty easy choice here. Hey, Mr. Knight Rider Jim, thanks for making it in, buddy. Good to see you. Howdy. How are you? How have the races been? And what are you driving today? So jumping in the BMW here, we'll start right on the racing hards. Hopefully we can still get in here. There we go. Hey, Incognito. Howdy, buddy. How are you? Mr. Knight Rider Jim, sometimes a bit of time off is not a bad thing at all. Incognito, good to see you, man. So we've tried out a good number of vehicles here. We've tried out the NSX, really good turn-in, really easy to control. The RCZ, same thing, amazing turn-in, extremely easy to control. GTR, same, but none quite as fast as the BMW. Harder to control, but fast. The Ferrari, harder to control, but fast. So Incognito, a little less stressful. Yeah, online racing can be a little wacky. Mix of Twisted Metal and Mario Kart. We're going to start with the racing hards on. That's going to help because, well, the first few laps can be really quite chaotic. And let's see who we've got here. In 12th, we've got, let's say, Poppy. 2 low 5-0, probably, or 5-0. Yeah, there we go. The RCF. Okay. So, does Lexus have a 5-liter in their V8? Anywho. Then we've got Anch and Tra. We got John 50i, Adam Salepiti. Not everyone's picking an easy name here. So let's make sure we get the brake balance to, let's see here, we're driving the BMW. Risky Poot in first, Smoke in second. Let's see what we can do here. Brake balance, would love to hear people's opinion on where to do the brake balance. I think I was at -2 with my best results. I'm going to try out 0 here because trail braking is a big part of getting a fast lap on this course. Hey, Super Doofus, thank you so much for making it in. Fantastic moderator. Incognito, I did guess that you meant competing. So we got the right foot down, hard on the pedal, pedal to metal action, left foot ready to brake at any moment in case someone brake checks us. We're starting off, the pack is close. At the marker, we can start accelerating. That's what's going to get us up almost a pass on the 911 here. Few little accidental bumps just because our speed is not the same here. 911 better at taking off from the corners. You can see the BMW here Having great turn in. I've got speed going into the corners, but then coming off the front end, kind of not always pointing in the right direction. Slides out a little. The back end slides out. All right. We are in the process of a pass. Have to put that on the back burner. Oh, even with traction control on too, the BMW does have that light rear end, I guess. BMWs generally are pretty much 50-50 for weight balance. So I'm surprised there's that much turn, but I guess I've got to go just a little easier. So here we are. No cry quitting, no rage quitting, and I could only be mad at myself for that. That was a case of too much throttle. Ooh. This does not drive anything like the Nissan GTR, so good lesson for all. If you do your practice laps in not the car you go on the track, you're probably just mentally gonna drive it the way you drove the last car, and while there are differences between the vehicles here, quite a bit, lots of overturn here. Let's try this at brake balance at 0. Maybe that'll correct some of this. Yeah, Incognito, I'm not a BMW fan for the looks. Especially not the new models with their excessive beaver teeth. But I'm not a fan of BMWs for the electronics either, but I am a fan of their motors. I am a huge fan of the sound coming off BMWs. And in this racing sim, it's kind of touch and go. I generally have my best results with the BMW. I just don't like the added stress of driving the BMW because, well, we got spin outs like we had lap 1. This is BMW, I guess, requires, it's not the beginner car I thought it was, because I can't just get in and drive the way we did the GTR. So Incognito caught your message saying we should put the brake balance to the front. Hey, Ricky Rez Racer. Ricky, I hope to see you tomorrow. Salute right back at you, mate. I hope tomorrow we could get started at 9 a.m. Eastern time. That'd be really great. I'll put out on the message board, I'll put out a message. I know Dano prefers early as well, so he can then get off the lake house. And I have an appointment with the range tomorrow. Gotta try to get in there. I thought Suzuka would be the key actually to getting into B class. Had some really solid results early on, but this race is a bit of a tough one. There we go. You don't give up. Get to learn the car better. The track, know pretty decently by now. We're not in last. We're kind of doing a thing here. Watch out, the BMW doesn't mind. It's not looking to get loose, but it certainly doesn't mind getting loose. So Incognito was saying that we should put the brakes to the front so that we have better turn-in, I guess. Is likely the rest of that message. Brake at the 100. Too early to throw on the softs. Softs certainly won't last more than 5 laps. They'll maybe last 5 laps. I can't remember who, but someone the night before last was mentioning that when you run the NSX, one of the benefits is that the softs do last 5 laps. This front end is snapping around. I guess it's more the back end that's causing the sliding out, causing the front end to feel like it's snapping around. It's almost harder. This is harder to drive than the Ferrari. Oh, Super Doofus, looking forward to racing with you, buddy. Incognito, I'm gonna have to catch that when I go into pit. Incognito, really appreciate the coaching help. Alright, Risky Boot here. Getting a pass, and oddly we already had all the top performers were already on their softs. So that's good news. Race is not over. Alright, so Incognito was saying you should put the brakes to the front so that the weight of the car helps with the turn-in, and Incognito saying with the brakes to the front, the weight, let's see here, the weight of the car will shift forward when you brake for turn-in and will help you turn in. Alright, thank you very much. Sinful air there with the refuel. -5, alright Incognito, I will try that. Here we go, never before tried in the BMW. Well, we didn't slide out on the corner there, which is awfully nice. This is nice. Really nice information incognito. I can hopefully stop having these very rookie beginner noob laps and turn them into an intermediate driver's laps. Start pulling at least some 204s or lower. Dev the other night mentioning that there's no need for 6th anywhere on this track, that we should just top out 5th, so let's try that out. Oh, that is nice braking and having turn in while braking. Very nice adjustment. Why had we not worked on -5 more often? Incognito, what a great tip. Don't get unghosted. Oh, that was awfully distracting. Big error on my part, not braking really at the wrong points. Only focused on the car and not the track, and track should be the primary focus. Braked way too late there. Ten laps are long when you pooch out on lap, what is that, 1 or 2? We're bumping on 7th, starting off, and boy did this ever have a turn. Hey, Camaretto, howdy man, thanks for making it in. How's your race week been going? What have you been driving? And do you have any tips to share? Either positive, negative, let us know what's going on. The timers. Super Doofus, thank you for doing the good work of welcoming everyone in. Avoid spinning out like we did when we were in 7th. So start off the hairpin in 2nd. No chances of spin out in that case. Not at those speeds, at least. Alright, we got cars in front of us. We can still get closer to 8. Anytime you get lower than 8, it does affect your rating for what lobby you're going to be racing in. But that's secondary. I'd say the main worry is do your absolute best to stay with the highest safety rating you possibly can pull off, so that you're having more fun, cleaner, safer, smarter races, and you're actually improving the racecraft instead of just fighting for survival. Oh, and we got a little action behind us. So I think this is a good time to throw the radar on. Hopefully we don't get taken out as we chase down the two cars in front of us that likely are going to cause each other a little bit of bumping and grinding, and that's going to slow them both down. So we could end up passing both before the end of this race. I'd say it's actually likely to continue, keep up the pace. There we go. Now the memory's starting to come back for driving the BMW. It is a different beast. Should have had a better eye on my radar there. That collision was all my fault. Oh, he's coming up on the inside. Great pass. Oh, and he pushed it just a little too hard for position. But good work and good try on his part. Fully respect that clean pass. That was some good driving. Oof. And I've accelerated too early. So probably going to have a chance to come on back and get back into some intense, hot racing. Braking at the 50. Ooh. Thought I'd have more turn in while braking, and well, I did not. Oh, last lap's gonna be fun. We're gonna have it nice and tight here with John 5i. He's John, I'm Johnny, and we're gonna take on the final lap. Hopefully with some good back and forth racing. Oh, my tire is cooked. That explains a little bit of not gripping when I thought I'd be gripping. Those front tires are definitely not going to last the last lap, especially not with ±5 here. Let's get it to the back here. Use up more of those back tires. Oh, front right tire is gone. This is about to get very interesting. I think we'll be getting past. Oh, we're 41 seconds ahead. Okay, I guess we can crawl across the finish line. But it's going to be a slow lap. Okay, on +5, I'm not feeling it very much turning at all. The vehicle is feeling really heavy. Say, unresponsive. There's the turn in. Not getting any here. Hey. No front tire traction at all. Crawl back across the finish line. Really have to go through corners slower because the turn in was pretty awful. That was rough. That was rough and tough. Not a race I'm very proud of. $17 seconds. Let's see how it shook out up there. Too low, 5-0 up at top in first. Nice job. So that was quite the climb on his part. Very nice. All right, so how did it go here? Too low, 5-0. Congratulations. Great job with the silver, Poppy. And Adam with the bronze. Oh, in the Volkswagen. The Beetle. My goodness. So, thanks for the races, folks. Yeah, this week, that was a DR killer. Mind you, we got some podium. We did podium the other night, so that was... Podium was nice. Podium was real nice. But yeah, this race can... it's long, and it's hard to climb back from, and you kind of need someone to follow behind and have them break win for you. No, not in the smelly sense, but in a drafting, I'm going faster type way. All right, so folks, I'm going to get some sleep, so I'm ready for tomorrow's race. Let's meet up in the lobby. So go to lobbies tomorrow, jump in, look for JCCR Racing. If you're not already a friend of the channel, just friend myself or any of the other JCCR racers. That way when the lobby pops up, you just have to look for friends lobbies. You'll see the JCCR lobby. We're going to have fun. We're going to have the best races the way they were meant to be. Clean, where we get to actually work on racecraft, where we get to follow better drivers and learn from them. The better drivers get to learn coaching and mentoring, which is an important future skill to have in order to, well, make money. It's coaching and mentoring is a part of really any high-level work you're going to be doing, high-paying. Folks, thank you so much. I'm blessed to have you, especially on these nights where we don't have good results. It's a lot more fun, probably, to watch when we climb from, 9th into 2nd or 3rd or even 1st. This was a tough night. Thanks for sticking with me, folks. I really appreciate it. I wish you all more cars and more power, and hope you get to put the pedal to the metal on a car that you love sometime real soon. Race long and prosper indeed, Super Doofus. Thanks for throwing that out. Take care, everyone. Godspeed. See you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Time with the JCCR lobby. Godspeed.